Okay, like I said before, there have not been no type of nail, no type of hammer ever applied by the saints, the people of God that walk in holiness, have ever built a church. And we're going to go to now where this word church derived from. In fact, when I was looking it up, they say it was an ulterior derivative. So the hidden meaning, the word church comes from the Anglo-Saxon root word Circe. Circe, the daughter of Helios, the Roman sun god mythology. The word church is a building dedicated to pagan Celtic worship and rituals. I say it again. The word church is a building dedicated to pagan Celtic worship and rituals. The church meaning circle throughout England, pagan religious gatherings, Druids with their stone hedges, Celtics and the Saxons also met at stone circles to worship their gods. Many of these stone circles in England exist today. 28 still or more is found in Wycliffe, Yorkshire area. Many of these cities' first Christian buildings are on these sites for worship, or buildings using these stones to build these churches. They use these type of stone. So all this is still going on today. Through this association, people of Wycliffe continue to call these buildings a kirk, which is Scottish. A circle, Old English, all meaning circle, describing a place, a cult. This word was used before Greeks had knowledge of this word, nor is it Hebrew or Latin. When King James of England decided to authorize his own translation of the Bible in 1611 and added the word church, but before King James was James VI of Scotland. And on the west wall of that large hall, used by Lord Scone in Perth 3 in Scotland, can be found a mural depicting James kneeling at their altar. His initiation entered Freemasonry. As a fellow craft of Lord of Scone 15 on April 1601, in fact, the Mason credit him as being the originator of the worldwide system of lodges within Freemasonry throughout Europe and England, and was a significant occult symbol and remains so today. The 5-pointed star, the 6-pointed star, become the occult pentagram, pinnacles, and the hexagram when encircled. Again, this is the true meaning of the word church. The church is a building dedicated to pagan Celtic worship and rituals. And you see a lot of the mega churches, they are built in a circle. The people who are really behind this, they know and understand what is happening. You have to know and pray to the real Lord. Don't use that name, Jesus. Again, it's a pagan. Don't use that name because you don't know who you're calling on. This is dealing with slavery and blinding the mind. And this is the thing that you got to understand. Brainwashing is highly effective. And see, don't get so caught up in all these comedy shows and all this kind of stuff. It's to throw you off from seeing what reality was really going on. The Bible says, be careful for nothing. And God hold you accountable to be careful for nothing. This is the really conclusion of this. This has took a while for me to do this because of the constant interruption. But this is very important. Don't take things for granted. Things ain't just here. Be careful of the entertainment you're entertaining yourself with. and realize that a lot of these celebrities, they have sold out for, I call it, to have all these things, but I just call it paying high rent, because sooner or later the devil gonna take it. So, you know, everything that's on top of this earth, you can't keep. Again, everything on top of this earth, you cannot keep. So God wants us to know what is really important. The Lord's word says, set thy heart and your treasure up in heaven. You see, again, they said that name called Jesus, which really do mean earth pig. It's a shame how they discredit our God. But him being a black man, that goes with the territory. But God wants our people to get together and search him in truth and wisdom and with true study. And don't get in so much of this levity and playing so much, because that's how the other side is getting over on you. And then when you hear the other side, some of the other side try to tell you something, you better listen. So in the conclusion, they never built a church. There never was a church built by the saints. None of the apostles and prophets, none of them. See, this is the calling of the church. When the God had called them, different from the priests and cardinals that the Catholic Church have set up. The Bible said that apostles, they were called, and some prophets, some evangelists, some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying the body of Christ. There's a difference. There's a difference. In fact, you're not going to see no church, even in the book Revelation. There is no church. Why? Because it's not of God. It's a pagan building dedicated for the false gods. So I trust you got something out of this lesson. So much is going on around us, but you got to protect your mind to protect yourself. Take care.